Hey everyone, here's my weekly update for how it's going with this game. Um, so I've been making some progress with my items. So we got our pick up and drop, all that works. We can pick up and we can kind of drop and we can kind of like get a little bit of physics here. We don't have any like weird clipping, like any problems and stuff like that. We can pick up our complicated items. We can pick up and drop those. Everything's there. And we have inspection. And so now we can like properly move our items around. We can click. We can interact with these items. That took a long time to figure out. Um, and then we can drop it. So the thing, and it's like, how does that work? Well, you see this over here? This is my item studio. So it's like literally a box. It's ugly, but it works. And so when I go to inspection, I just move to this camera and then I spawn the item. And then from here, I can sort of treat the object, the game object, with whatever it needs to be treated with. It'll be like a static mesh or a child actor. Child actors in Unreal Engine are spawned as their own actors, I know now, because I've been able to check like the outliner and see it like spawn and increment up by one and stuff. So the next thing I'm going to be working on here is passing around item states. So you can see, like, if I click on this, this is now the yellow cube, but I don't store that state anywhere. There's nothing right now in the item that says it's a static cube or says it's the static cube or the test cube has been pressed. And so when I go back to inspecting, you see it goes back to being blue. So what I'm going to be working on next, I think, is a like JSON serializer, deserializer kind of thing, so that each item, and I don't know if this is the really right way to do this, but I think it is. So each item is going to have like an item state, and right now I just have like a transform and it is pressed. But I think what this is going to have is like a JSON blob. And that's what this like next thing is going to be here. And so that this right here is going to say, it's going to have all the variables that the item needs to have. And so then it is going to then so then when I create an item, I'll have a process to read from this state, and I'm going to get that blob and I'm going to turn that into whatever item it is, its variables. So it's like, so for instance, I'll have like picked up item, picked up transform, or like item JSON blob. And then when I pick it up, I'm gonna update on the main character um, my item to read from that JSON blob uh, to like and set it the way it's supposed to be. And then when I drop it, I'm gonna read from that JSON blob and then create the native struct on the item, whatever it is, to create all of those variables. And so I think this is going to be what makes sense. So there's going to be like the JSON blob, which is just going to be like the raw data, and then there's going to be a struct on each item from that JSON blob that's going to uh, or the struct that's made from that JSON blob that's going to kind of like be holding all the live real data. And so then anytime there's updates, I'll update the JSON blob. And then anytime I need to do anything like, I think this is going to work like saving the game, items are going to be able to write back to that JSON blob whatever their variables are, and then we'll be done. Or like anytime like I basically have to save the state of the item. So it's like anytime you pick it up, anytime you drop it, anytime you um, push a button on it or whatever, any of those state changes just can be saved to the struct, and anytime I then have to like snapshot it because like we're done, it's time to save it. Uh, like so the struct can handle any like real-time microscopic changes, and then the JSON blob can handle anytime like the item is done, it needs to be saved or passed around or whatever. And so hopefully this system makes sense and it works. Who knows? But it's very nice to feel like we're done with the item system itself. My God, this took a lot of work, but like it works. I can prove it. Hell yeah! And I'll see you next time.